Hey everybody, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. Glitz and Glam by Tiff is my blog. And for those who are new and who don't really know me, I'm a model in San Diego. So I kind of want to start talking about like tips and tricks and kind of give like a tip of the month kind of thing. So today's tip, which I'm only going to give one tip like per month, and also I'm teaching classes and stuff like that. So if you want to learn more from me and know more, then you can join me in my workshop or my class to find out stuff from me as well, which I will talk about at the end of the video. But for today specifically, I want to talk about runway and having a great walk, and starting off with having a great walk is balance and having balance in your shoes. And usually like you wear really high heel shoes. If you're not comfortable, then you'll fall over and bobble, and that's how crazy accidents happen. But when you are comfortable and you actually have good balance, balance is like the key to everything in walking. It's not just about the walk, it's about like how you actually kind of work in your shoes, if that makes sense. So I kind of want to talk about that for today and show some examples. And so yeah, let's get started. But yeah, so one tip that I have for people that are just starting out as a model and who have never really walked a runway before and don't really know or aren't comfortable in their high heels, a lot of times the problem is you're not balanced. You don't have good balance in your shoes. And when you're not comfortable, you can totally tell on the runway. Like, I've seen people that look like they're super nervous and look like they don't know what they're doing. And it really sucks. It's sad that they don't really have like the tools for themselves, and maybe didn't have coaching or anything like that. I don't know. They just like put it on the runway. Who knows? But a lot of times when you work on things by yourself, like beforehand, before your like first big runway show or first big casting, you'll be more confident and have better posture and just a better walk all in one. Like, it all helps. But balance is seriously like the one key thing to have when walking on the runway. And people that aren't balanced or don't have good balance, that's a lot of times why they fall. And it's true, and it's not a simple thing. Like, it's something that you kind of have to work on for yourself. But once you figure out like, oh, okay, this feels good, you'll be able to walk in any type of shoes, any height, and have no problems. I do have a dancer background, so I feel like I learned a lot about balance because I did ballet. So me transitioning from being a dancer to a model was really easy for me. But for a lot of people that don't really have that background and they've never had any type of background like that, it's harder for them because they're like, what do you mean balance? What do you mean hold in my stomach? What do you mean stand tall, raise my shoulders? Like, things like that, like little things. A lot of times people don't know those key things because they haven't had that training. So I feel like being a dancer, or like having some type of dance class background, or just going to a class, like that helps a lot too, and that will help you balance. Even yoga, like yoga helps with balance as well. So if you're not like into like dance, try a yoga class. And seriously, it teaches you great balance. And I love taking ballet, taking yoga, all of that. So I will show you a couple things like what I'm talking about, and being able to balance in your shoes seriously is like the biggest thing. So yeah, I'll show you a couple things. I'll show you what I'm saying. So one thing is your feet, usually you are like this when you have heels on, because yeah, like when you have on a high heel shoe, you're up high. So if you can't stand like this, you'll have trouble when you start walking. Like, be like wobbling around. So if you have like a good stance, and usually like in a heel, you are more in the front of your toes than on the back of your heel. Like, you don't want to lean back when you walk, you want to be more forward, and that'll help you with balance in walking. And I'll show you like once I put my heels on too. But yeah, so if you can't stand like this and have like good posture and balance and be like more forward in your shoe, you're gonna have trouble when you put the shoes on. So yeah. So once you put on your heels, which you can see, these aren't like super high, but they're pretty high. Like, I have ones that are higher than this. But once you put on your heels, like, you want to think about when you start walking, before you start walking, that you want to balance more like in the front of your shoes and don't lean back, because that's a lot of times how people fall over and have, like, I don't know, they sway over on the runway. And so being more like kind of in the middle of your shoes and not like leaning back or being too much forward, but kind of want to just like be in the middle. Once you start walking and pick up your feet, it's easier once you have like that good balance and that good like grip in the shoe. So being comfortable and being like more on your toes, I guess, is better than to like lean back, because you're able to like catch yourself if you're like leaning forward than if you're leaning back, because you just fall back. So yeah, and you definitely want to pick up your feet like when you're walking on the runway. You don't want to like slosh around, because that's not a good way to walk. But picking up your feet is a good thing, and like when you are comfortable in the shoes that you're wearing, even if they're like too big. I've definitely worn shoes that are too big, and I had to stuff them. But when you have a good fit on your shoe and just good everything, like your feet feel good, it's just easier to walk. So yeah. So balance is my tip of the month for February, for being a runway model. You can learn a lot more from me if you take my workshop that I'm having this month on February 27th. It's in Lemon Grove. I will put all the information. Actually, I actually have a post already up, but I will put a link to that post so you can check out the information there. And if you know any models in San Diego, or if you are a model in San Diego, or if you just want to like have a better understanding of the industry, come to my workshop and learn all the tips and tricks that I'm going to be teaching for runway, and then also just kind of being a model in this local market in San Diego, and how to get started in networking, and just basic tools and things that you kind of need to know in the beginning. That's what I'll be teaching. I also teach private sessions at Portfolio International Modeling Agency. It's in Chula Vista. So if you are ever looking for just kind of like a one-on-one teacher, somebody just to kind of give you some tools and good tips for doing runway, you can come and take class with me. I will put their information in the description box, or you can find them on their website and you can sign up for class. It is a 3-week class, and they do actually 3-week class to start, and then there's like other classes also, which they can give you all that information. But it's a really good place to get started in learning. And yeah, so I will have information about my workshop and the classes I'll be teaching in San Diego. So if you are local here in San Diego, come and check me out. I'll talk to you guys later in my next video. Bye.